Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Data Structures and Algorithm in Python course. In today's lecture, we'll be discussing about linear search. So first, what is searching? As name suggests, searching means we want to search for some element or some character in an array or in a string. Basically, we do searching for this data structure that are basically iterable like array, linked list, and strings, right? And when we talk about searching, there are two types of searching. One is linear search and another is binary search. The binary search we'll be discussing later. So today in this lecture, we'll be discussing about linear search. So what is basically linear search? Take an example of an array. Let's say this is our array. Okay, this is our array. And let's say we have to find for such element, let's say it is 10. We have to search is 10 is present in this array or not. Then how do we search? For a linear searching, what we'll do, we'll be going through each element one by one for each indexes. Index from let's say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In linear search, we'll check for each item, right? First, we'll be going at the element at index 0. Then if 10 is present, then we'll just return true. Otherwise, from here, we'll be moved to next index, right? Next element. Then if we found that is okay, otherwise we'll be going to next element, right? That's how linear search works. And how do we search for an item in linear search? Just using one for loop. That's it. This is the linear search. Let's say I want to search for a character. Let's say I want to search for I. Is this character is present in this string or not? For that also we can use linear searching. So what we'll do, we'll be going character by character, character by character. Then we'll check if this character is present here or not, if this character equals to this or not. Linear search are mostly used when we solve linked list problems, because what happens in linked list, you can't jump from one node to another. You have to traverse from them from one by one. That's why linear search is very important for linked list. But today here we'll be doing this linear search, understand this linear search by this array example. Okay, so let's say this is an array and there will be a target. Let's say this is the target and we have to search is this element is present in this array or not. So let's go to our VS Code. So let's say this is an array and you are given a target. Now let's write linear search algorithm for this. Okay, so first create a function def, then let's name it as linear search. Okay, first it will take an array and it will take target. Okay, then what will be the linear search algorithm? It is very simple, right? We'll be running a for loop, we'll be iterating over the array and we'll be going for through each element, then we'll check if this equals to target or not. So this is the algorithm. So first let's take a variable. Okay, let's run a for loop for ELE in let's say array. Then we'll check if this ELE equals to target. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll just return true. Okay, means this element is present here, otherwise will be return false. So this is the linear search algorithm. This is very easy. Now let's call it. So let's print it, print linear search, then pass the array and just target. Okay, target, let's say target equals to, okay, target. Okay, now let's run this. Okay, so it is giving false because 24 is not present here. Now if I put 20 here and let's run this, now you can see this is giving me true, right? So that's how linear search works. Now let's solve an easy problem on LeetCode on this linear search. So here you are given an 2D array, basically a matrix. So here it is called accounts. Okay, where each row refers to a person's bank account. Let's say this is the bank accounts for person 1, and this is the bank accounts for person 2. So here you can see, let's look at first. For first customer, he has 3 bank account, right? And for second customer, he has also 3 bank account. And you have to tell who is the richest person from this accounts, right? By considering this accounts, that was the problem. Okay, now if you consider this array, so here we are providing 3 persons, right? 3 customer, right? And their wealth is, so 1 5 for first customer, the wealth is 1 and 5. For second customer, 7 and 3. And for third customer, 3 and 5. Then what you have to do, you have to calculate the wealth of each customer. Then at last you have to tell who is the richest customer, right? That is the problem. Now let's see how we can solve this using linear search. This is very very easy. So linear search, what we will do, we go through each element, right? We go through each element. Now when we go through each element, so here the elements are basically in row. Then in each row we'll be iterating for each element, right? For each element. Then we'll be adding this into our a new variable called sum. Then we'll comparing the sum, and whose wealth is the maximum, that will be the richest person, right? So that's what's the problem. So let's write the code for this. So first let's take a variable, let's say max wealth, and initially let's do it as 0. Now let's run the for loop. So for, let's name it as, let's name the row as account, or let's say person. Let's name it as account. Okay, account in accounts. Okay, in accounts. Then what we'll do, we'll run another for loop. We'll be calculating the sum, right? Calculating the sum of each bank accounts. Then what we'll do, we'll taking a variable called sum, initialize with 0. Okay, then or a sum, or let's say take it as balance. Okay, balance equals to, let's say 0. Then will be entered to this row, right? So for, let's say yearly in account. Okay, then what we'll do, we'll just sum this up. Balance plus equals to yearly. Okay, then what we'll do, at last we'll be updating the max wealth. So max wealth equals to max of max wealth comma balance. Okay, then this is done. At last we'll be returning this max wealth. Okay, so let's run this code. Okay, it is accepted. Now let's submit this. So binary is search is very very useful, but it is very very helpful for linked list problem. Normally for array and string problem, we prefer binary search if the array is sorted. Otherwise we'll apply linear search, right? So that's how we search in an array. I hope now you have understood what is actually linear search. This is very basic. Okay,